part 3 of Morvana. Hope you're having a wonderful day. This was the area we built in the last video, a new sort of residential, wouldn't really call it suburb, but it's sort of the midtown. Downtown is down there. We also sort of started finishing out this area. Today we're going to be focusing on this waterfront area with this grid frame that I already had in place, and we're most likely going to add another interchange into this area. Let's make a start. So the first thing I'm going to want to do is actually build the interchange. So this bridge is very flat, and it's quite lucky that we have this kind of bridge, but I'm going to want to elevate it because I'm going to want to have a road run under here, and then probably also run under the railroad, and then we'll have sort of, I guess you call, two sort of mermaid fins coming out of here. So we'll have them flowing down from the highways into the sort of coastal road. Looking very nice. Now all we just have to do is bring it down, connect in, then bring it up. So this will be a sort of very much an up-down experience, but it's a relatively smooth curve. It's not that bad. Let's remove some of the trees around here because we don't want cars clipping into trees. Not very safe. So the road, what road were we using here? So we are using a 2-lane road. Now I'm going to actually want to replace some of this key wall. I'm going to want it to sort of be a lot straighter to make it sort of mold this area out here. So if I take my terraforming tool, level terrain, select this, and then sort of start bringing it out to here where it's straight, and then we can curve it there. Select water features, key wall, there we go. And then from here we can, if I come off the all my snap twos, actually apart from road length, so go straight, so you can run it along like that. So it's looking very nice, nice and straight segment of key wall. Let's clean up the edges. Right, there we go. Actually, I'm probably gonna pull this a little further out here. Now my last concern is the railroad, but we can sort that out later. It's not really one of my top priorities right now. Let's extend the key a little further out. Like, can I run it under? Yeah, I can. So I'll probably just leave it there like that for now, and then, you know, just connect in. Right, so that looks quite nice. Now the biggest question is, how do we run a road under there? It's annoying that there's a pillar in the way. I'm gonna see if I can rectify that. If I bring this back, like, how no, I don't think I can actually bring it any further back. I've just realised that. If I build it out to there, yeah, it's inbuilt. hang on. Yeah, let's build it like that. I think that's a lot better. It's dipping down as well. Well, they're both dipping down, so that doesn't really matter. Okay, right, that should hopefully connect in properly now. Yeah, that should run nice and smoothly. So there we go, there we go. Okay, so in theory, quite soon we should have a functioning interchain. That's left is for me to connect these two in. Just like that. And there we go. That's a nice smooth ride. Now, the biggest question is, can I fit a road under there? There's no guarantee that that will be the case. I think we should. Get rid of some of the trees here. There we go, there we go. Right, so if I turn on road guidelines, I should be able to, because the key wall is straight. So they should run almost perfectly parallel up until here, which is when it actually takes a curve. Yeah, that's annoying. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that. Oh, there we go. That's not too bad. And then maybe if I just connect into here. No. Right, clearly not. How do we do this? We have a 2-unit space, and I want to preserve that 2-unit space as much as possible. Let's back this out a little bit. That should give me 2 units. Yeah, that gives me 2 units. So if I just bring this... Now, what is this impacting? Right, so I do need to back this out just a little further. So now, here's the biggest question. Completely forgot. Let's try squeezing that in. It sort of lets us... I mean, we might have to settle for 1 unit. One unit isn't that bad. If we come up with the curve tool, the straight tool, get to here. Yeah, that's a little wonky, but it's fine. Right, now, to connect into here, we're going to want to bring down a 4-lane road, just a basic one. Here we are. Let's just connect in like that. So now we have Colm Road running into here. So if I just quickly change that, I probably could do this later, but I can't remember. Where's this even run to? Oh, so that's where it goes to. There we go. Right, so there we go. Now, what could we do with this? If we continue bringing this out, that's not actually what I want to do. What I do want to do is, I want to start building sort of a waterfront. So we're going to use a unique here. And that unique is, I want that unique to be the, where is it? Here we are, unique buildings. Not the winter market, I can't remember which one it is. Oh, we have some of these. I mean, we could use the ziggurat garden It's a very nice asset, very green, and then we could have some green cities residential. But no, I'm determined to find that fantastic fountain.
1 hour later.
Right, so I've just looked at it, and it's not actually in the or sorry, it's not the it's the fantastic fountain, it's the frozen fountain in snowfall maps. So we could use this, but I think we'll abstain from that for now. I think the Ziggurat Oasis is probably what we're going to use. So let's look at repositioning that. That's level 5 unique, I believe. Yeah, so let's look at repositioning that. We're going to have a road jutting out from here, which is going to be sort of like our edge frame there. That's not like at perfectly a 90-degree angle. Hang on. There we go. So that's at a 90-degree angle. Right, so let's just build that out to here. Let's take our Ziggurat garden, place it there, and let's wrap it round so we can have it like that. There we go. Perfect. So we have sort of the main centerpiece of this area, which is going to be the Ziggurat garden. We're going to want to add a transit and everything else through here, but that will probably come a little later. Now for the main part of this area, which is actually going to be the interchange. Now the interchange, like I said, is going to be sort of like mermaid fins. So what I'm going to want to do is let's plan this out. So if I go into my highways, highway ramp, there we go. So we have another interchange. It's not perfectly symmetrical, but it'll do the trick. Right, lane mathematics. The way lane mathematics basically works is, hang on, is if you look at this, so City Skylines doesn't have the best traffic AI. If I didn't do these lane mathematics, chances are there'd be a lot of cars queuing in this right lane. But most of them wouldn't even want to turn right, they just want to go straight ahead. So that's sort of, so one lane goes off, so you have 2 lanes, then 1 lane comes back on, you get 3. So that's basically the main principle of lane mathematics. So there we go. Now, let's sort of begin extending the grid into here. Another thing I did forget about was I wanted to convert after the junction, or this junction here, I wanted to convert this road into a 4-lane road to give it sort of, this is now more of a collector, so give it a little more, not just importance, but make it a little wider, a few more lanes, because there will be a lot more traffic coming along here. And we could probably go for an asymmetrical road here. For some turning lanes. So there we go. So that's that. Actually, no, for the perfect lane mathematics, or for some good lane mathematics, I'd actually want this to be a 4-lane road. And now they can all sort of figure it out themselves from there. So that's nice. So we have our ziggurat garden in place. And we also have this grid, which isn't completely finished. So what grid are we going for here? So it's 600. So let's measure out 600. That is very close. So if I were to want to come out at a 90-degree angle, we could do that. And then this is basically how grids get a lot more, what's the word? They get changed, because normally this wouldn't happen. We're building it around this centerpiece, and this is really the driving force behind the difference in the grid. So let's come out here, straight road. Let's come out here, straight road. To delete some trees out here. Right, so there we go. So there we go, nice. And now we can just finish the grid outside of here. So how far across is this? This is 400, so 600 by 400. So 400, 600, connecting there. And then what we're going to do is probably add another frontage road. So if I come out here, up to here, and then add a connection here. How close can we get without actually, you know, making it hard on ourselves? Let's stop it there. Don't want to zone anything yet. Let's continue bringing the grid down. 560, 640. Let's come off the road guideline and the grid, so we're just 600. Aha, so now we can't do anything about that. So now this is like basically the border. Although we could hit them with another freeform here. If I were to hit them, sure, that's probably as good as we're going to get. And then I'll probably want to hit them with a curve there. So roughly this is as good as you're really going to get with this grid layout. It's a lot more interesting than what we had in sort of Woodward, where you just had squares, constant squares, like, and then here in Elk Heights, although that name will be subject to change if you leave that in the comments down below. But yeah, that's this grid complete. Now the next thing we're probably going to want to add is a metro station. Telling me slope too steep. Yeah, I know that's why that's happening. Where could we place this? We could place this on the corner, like here, and that would probably be good enough. I mean, it's very, and then sort of surround it with a pathway out there. Yeah, that looks quite nice. You know, let's place that here. Now this metro station will probably go sort of into here, and then it will eventually flow into either this top level one, or, well, if we look at it from here, so we have this top level side, which could flow into here, or if you bring it further inside, we might bring it into here. So that's subject to change. We will look at that in the future. I think personally, because this is slightly further out from this overground train station, we're going to want a metro station probably on this waterfront as well. and then curve it in, and then bring it under, and then bring it into the side, because this line I want to reserve for going through here and then into the airport, which will actually either sit on this side or on this side, but we'll decide that later. That's all the water in this area complete. Let's probably start the zoning. So we have the Ziggurat Oasis, which is a sort of a green cities themed building. It's not a green cities themed building, it's a sort of eco themed building, which means that in this district here, we don't have one here yet. Let's give this sort of northern side district. There we go. Myrtle Hills. No, that's not the name we're going to keep. I'm sure we'll come up with a name for this later on, but now let's add one for this water side here. In fact, we could even name it Waterside, this sort of entertainment, tourism and leisure district along here. There we go, perfect. Right, so Glade Heights, let's call it Waterside. Or no, let's call it Ziggurat Waterfront. I believe that's how you spell it. Yeah. So that's looking quite nice. So I'm going to want to give this area up here to the north the self-sufficient low depth or self-sufficient building specialization. And then here for this area we've got tourism, which isn't what I want. We want leisure. Tourism is going to be sort of on this island here and maybe a little further into downtown. So leisure is it's a commercial specialization.
So that's the only place where it can actually be used. So if I just begin zoning in this area, I don't want to mass zone it, otherwise it won't look very good. Plenty of walkability here today, plenty of cycling as well. I'll look at adding a cycling connection through here. Yeah, let's get some pools, let's get this spawning in. We'll probably want to add some office in here as well, just because we've got some industrial demand.
And look at that, already people are using this. Two people. There we go. Excellent. So these will need power temporarily. What I'll probably do is I'll just bring a power line through, like, hang on. There. I know that looks very ugly right now, but this will disappear after we finish zoning this all in. So this is sort of the buildings I'm looking for. So this is all leisure specialization. It's mostly, you know, gyms. Not gyms. It's mostly, you know, gyms, bars, clubs. What just happened? Why did I suddenly get that available? I'm not going to ask questions. There's another good, nice asset being built in. Let's build in another 4x4 along here. 2x3. So once again, selectively zoning to pick out exclusive assets throughout this area. So I think now is a good point to jump into a bit of a detailing time lapse. You know, we've got all our housing filling in. Right, that's roughly going to be about it for the detailing. Of course, we could zone in a few more things along here, but apart from that, that's really this area done. If I just fill the last few bits of zoning, I've got some pathways in. I did miss one here though. go. So, you know, I placed in some trees to help dampen the noise. These buildings shouldn't get too angry, these sort of high density ones, they shouldn't get too angry. There we go. Right, that's the only pathway I was missing. It's a 4x4. Can you please come in normally? Can you please come in normally? Right, well, the last thing I'm probably going to look at is cycling. I'm going to want some targeted cycling connections. For example, I think it would be a really good idea to maybe bring some cycle lanes down on this road. So let's take a look at what our options are. So we have, do we have a 4-lane road with, we have 2-lane, do we have a 4-lane road with small 4-lane road with cycle lanes? We don't. That's mighty annoying. I was hoping to bring in some, you know, targeted cycling. I guess we could carry it over this bridge because we have a connection to there. You know, bring some cycling into this area, and then that's mighty annoying. Unless I'm being just dumb and not looking in the right place. 4-lane road with bus lanes. So do we actually not? Well, that's annoying. We could decrease the capacity on this road. And to be completely honest with you, I think that might not be the worst idea. How would this look with the cycle lanes? No, I can't do that. That's... Why didn't Paradox add those? Weird. Oh well, how could we facilitate? So we could bring in some cycle lanes through, you know, the back of the area here. We do have this power line, which is now redundant. So let's get rid of that. We have a cycle lane that sort of runs like that. And sort of hits here at the crossroads. Yeah, I don't actually mind that, and then, you know, continues over through here, so bring that under here. That's probably going to be the only targeted cycling connections we make today. The only other targeted cycling connection I can see us making would be this road along here. So if I look into my big, this is a 4-lane road with decorative trees and bicycle lanes. Yeah, we do lose the trees, but I do remember what type of trees those were, so that's not that big of a deal. Let's head into landscaping, horse chestnuts. There we go. Just replace those. There we go. So now we've got another targeted cycling connection, so people can cycle along here to get to... They can cycle here to get to the tram stop, and then they can take the tram to wherever they need to go. And then that's really all that's going to happen from there. Thank you very much everybody for watching. If you did enjoy this episode, please like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.